Our dear students, coming to concept of attentiveness, observation and assimilation. Now please understand, you have come for the service selection board interview and we are expecting you to be attentive, to listen. For the 5 days, have good stamina of attentiveness. If you are not paying attention, that means you are not interested and you are not having the energy, the focus, the seriousness, the sincerity to get the job. देखिए, अगर आपके में अटेंटिवनेस, एकाग्रता नहीं है और तेज ऑब्जर्वेशन नहीं है तो जाहिर सी बात है कि आप में वो माना जाएगा यू डोंट हैव दी नेसेसरी मोटिवेशन कि आप आर्म फोर्सेस में चुने जाएं. यू डोंट हैव द नेसेसरी मोटिवेशन बिकॉज इफ यू आर मोटिवेटेड, इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, योर फुल अटेंशन विल बी देयर. When a person goes with full attention to some historical place, he watches everything. He learns, he absorbs, and particularly if a person is of brain, then will do that. तो ये आपके लिए भी है. SSB में आप जाएं तो अटेंटिव रहिए, इंजॉय कीजिए, पर जब समय होता है, बैरिक में सोते समय थोड़ी देर बात हल्की फुल्की कर ली, पर बाकी समय नज़र देखते रहिए. इसका मतलब ऐसे नहीं, पर थोड़ा मोटा माटी. यस, बी अटेंटिव एंड ऑब्जर्वेशन रखिए, क्या चीज़ कहाँ लगी है. You know, every rooms are decorated for purpose to see your observation. अब फील्ड मार्शल की फोटोग्राफ लगी है, उसमें लिखा हुआ है कब से कब थे, और आपसे पूछा जाए बाद में इंटरव्यू में when was he and you say I don't know, they will feel that you're very poor in observation when it is there. You know one thing, before your interview there is a waiting room. That waiting room is also beautifully decorated to check your attentiveness and observation power. Why? क्यों? बेटा ऐसा है, जो बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति होता है, जो basically is an alert personality and wants to be an officer. ऑफिसर माने वो डिसीजन मेकिंग लेगा, वो प्लानिंग करेगा, वो हर जगह एक्टिव रहेगा. तो वो अगर एक्टिव पहले से था तो उसकी बटन बंद नहीं होने वाली. It will not stop. So one person who is attentive and active will be forever active. So in SSB also, he will remember what are the different photographs in the room, what are the things happening in the waiting room. Waiting room बैठेगा तो magazine पढ़ेगा तो he will read. If you are waiting for considerable period of time, पता चला आधा घंटा एक घंटा आप वेट कर रहे हो इंटरव्यू से पहले, that becomes a very good starter for the interviewer to ask you, to see how you have spent your activity in the waiting room. That speaks how attentive you are, how you grasp easily, किस तरीके से assimilate करते हो, क्या सीखते हो. You know, learning is a forever process. आप वहाँ पे दोस्तों से मिलते हो, उनको भी तो observe करते हो. Cantonment में within the SSB center, you're watching people, that also you observe. So everything is being learned. In displays, SSB, everything is there. It is a purpose. I remember whenever you visit an officer's house, कभी भी एक ऑफिसर के घर जाइए तो उनके ड्राइंग रूम में बहुत कुछ यादें सजी होती, और इससे पहले कि ऑफिसर आता है वो यादों को देख के जो अतिथि आता है, आगंतुक आता है, whoever, whatever you call it, that person when he comes there and sits in the drawing room, he is able to identify who this person is, where all he has served, what all he has got, decorations, everything is there. And it is purposefully done so that people realize what is the pride and honor they have. Similarly, if you are wanting to join a job of pride and honor in the armed forces, आप एक honorable job join करना चाहते हो armed forces में, तो we are expecting that you should see the pictures of honor. You remember the pictures of honor. They are source of inspiration for you. तुम्हारे लिए source of inspiration है. So if you will record that, if you will observe it, and why will you observe? Because you are attracted to it. If you are attracted to it, you will observe it. That is what is there in concept of attentiveness, observation, assimilation, things in display. Everything is purposefully seen to see how keen you are in noticing, कितने keenly देखते हो. फिर आप लोग का कहना है, you want to say that you are interested in armed forces, you want to live that life, When you are interested, you want to live that life, you will be curious, you will be learning, you will be watching, you will be doing everything. That is exactly what it is. So if you are going for the armed forces, they will ask you, what did you see? And they may ask you things related to it, particularly in the Air Force, they will be having planes, and the planes will be there, pictures will be there. You'll be having a clear picture, which they will identify. And they want to ask you for that. Many a time in Navy, people went and they saw that ship with these cloth kind, पाल की नौकाएं दिखाई गई, एक बड़ी सी थी, and they asked, which is it? It was INS Tirangini. It is there in the armed forces, मतलब in the navy. INS Tirangini कपड़े लगे हुए हैं, छोटी सी एक शिप है. So one person should be knowing that. That's exactly what it is. So please remember, attentiveness is important, because attentiveness speaks of your wisdom, speaks of your curiosity, speaks of your desire to learn, speaks of your desire to evolve, and speaks of your interest. कि हाँ तुम्हें आर्म फोर्सेस में इंटरेस्ट. तो जब भी आप कहीं जाएंगे SSB में, दे में आस्क यू स्मॉल थिंग्स ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन, और उसका पर्पस सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके व्यवहार को, आपकी अटेंटिवनेस को पहचानना है. इट इज़ टू आइडेंटिफाई योर अटेंटिवनेस in the SSB, that service selection center. They want to see how attentive you are in watching things. You may be having a photograph and they may ask you sometimes, did you see that thing? Where did you find? Where did you? Now you say, sir, I did not. That speaks that you are not really very much motivated. So remember that point. Be attentive. Enjoy your stay in the service selection center. Notice everything. Read everything. And if they ask you, please give the answers. God bless you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.